Good morning. Today's video is not the video that I wanted to make. So basically it is absolutely hammering down with rain. A few of us were meant to be going up to the Lake District to camp and ride bikes and have all the fun, and I'm still at home and it's raining and I'm going to do a Zwift session. So I thought instead of just not filming a day, I thought I would just film like a day in the life. I actually asked on my Patreon, so I'll put a link to my Patreon below if you're interested in supporting me on Patreon, if like what kind of video you'd want to see, seeing as I'm not in the lakes, and a day in the life was requested, so that is what I will do today. It's not going to be particularly exciting, but I guess that's what I like watching, when I watch a day in the life of people that like aren't necessarily doing like loads of big obviously it's interesting to watch big fancy stuff, but this is just going to be a regular day, I guess. So just got up, and actually it's quite late, it's about 9 o'clock. I never ever sleep in this late, ever. I'm normally awake by like, God, this is boring already, isn't it? I normally get up for around 5:30, 6 a.m. so that is a big sleep-in. So yeah, I'm gonna get up now, get on Zwift. I've got a new Zwift session actually to do today. I'll tell you about it in a minute when I'm like all ready to Zwift. So I'll see you in the Zwift room, in the Zwift pain cave, in a sec. I'll see you in a minute. Right, I've not really done much since I last saw you, but before I go on a Zwift, I generally have like a little sip of orange juice and a couple of blueberries, or just like a little bit of fruit or a date or something, just to wake me up. In fact, I'll show you the Zwift set up really quickly. I think I've shown you this before, just bring it back this way. So, Old Faithful bike, and this is the Wahoo Kicker. This is the newer version of it. I really like it. What I like is there's a handle. You saw me just drag it there, but it's a lot easier to like move around. And that was what I used to have, which was a Tacx Flux. Obviously it's a lot bigger. The Wahoo is more expensive, but I like it a lot more than the Tacx. And obviously you know that, well, if you've watched all my videos, the Tacx, that's the third or fourth one I've had because the other one's broke. I think it's the third one. I think it's been sent back twice. And so when something breaks that much, you just kind of lose trust in the product. So yeah, this has been pretty damn good. So I'm very happy with it. So yeah, I reckon let's just get on with the old Zwift, shall we? It's cold. Every time. One of my friends actually puts it in bed when he knows he's got a Zwift session. Can you even see me? When he's got a Zwift session, he puts his heart rate monitor in bed so it's warm when he puts it on. That is very clever. I've not done one like this before because, I don't know, I'm going to do this kind of intervals. I think this is to help my my racing. So yeah, there's going to be some mental crazy intervals, so let's go. Right, so I've just ended the Zwift session. I couldn't do it all. I've never done intervals like that, and Jesus, they were, oh God, I felt like I was going to be sick. My legs are just like dead. So I think I had to do two 20-minute blocks with on and off for a minute on each. So I had 20 minutes, 1 minute on, 1 minute off. But the 1 minute on was like 350 watts. And I'm just like, I am spent. So I did the first block and then half of the second block, but my legs literally just stopped. And I think when you're on like a turbo, when you're on erg mode, like once you let the power drop, it just goes into spiral of death. And then I'm just like, oh, I couldn't pick it back up, and I felt really like I was going to throw up. But it's all learning. I think all my training that I've ever done has been like a steady, long, even power. I've never really done like sprints. I've never really done, because I like climbing, I've just generally just done like a steady pace for like 20 minutes or something, or 40 minutes or an hour or whatever. I've never done like the short, sharp, but that's what I need to work on. So I'm gonna go and get a shower. I desperately need one. And then, yeah, I'll just take you around. It's probably past breakfast now. I'll probably just have dinner. I'll see when I've had a shower. So yeah, a bit disappointed, but I think this kind of training makes you realise what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are, and this is definitely a weakness. So this is what's going to help me race, is doing the short, sharp, like catching up, staying with the group, and then when there's a sprint, catching up again. So that is definitely something that I need to work on. Right, see you soon. Oh God, I nearly dropped it. I'm not very good at this vlogging malarkey. Yeah, so I've showered and now I'm going to show you what I'm having for my breakfast, because this is the breakfast that I would have. So people always ask me, like, what do I have for breakfast? What do I eat? What kind of foods do I eat for like weight loss and all that kind of stuff? This is the breakfast that I have probably 6 out of 7 days of the week. So let's have a look. How exciting, you get to see my breakfast. So it is just oats, berries and a bit of sugar, and then I have a litre of water with a lemon in it, because I'm fancy like that. And then now I'm working, almost finished. This has been in the, like, I've been working on this for years. It is my ebook, so it is pretty much ready to go. It is almost done. And so as soon as it is done, I will be sharing it with you. It's basically like a, what would you call it? It's just a guide to cycling, like everything that you would ever want to know if you were coming to cycling, you're quite new. And yeah, this is like the book I wanted when I first started cycling. Basically, it's just going to make it really simple, really straightforward to follow. And yeah, I have been working on it for about 2.5 years. It's taken me so long because I kept changing things, and I was still learning, I still am, stuff about cycling. I just kept feeling like, oh no, I can add this into it now. I've learnt about this and I've learnt about that, and it just never felt like it was ready. And I feel like now I'm just like, I just need to get it out. I need to share it. I need to share it with you all. So yes, that is what I'm going to be doing today, this morning, this afternoon. It is pretty much done. I just need to finalise and sort out a couple of the pictures, and then that is pretty much it. So yeah, I'm going to have my breakfast now, work on that, and I'll catch up with you in a little bit. So I'm just going to make a little snack. It's been a fair few hours. Also, if you've never tried these, you got to try them. They are Sharon fruit persimmons, but they are, oh my God, they are amazing. They're on offer in Aldi actually. Anyway, so I'm going to make a quick drink. Fresh spirulina, well it's frozen anyway. I have been gifted these, but I do really like them. I actually quite like eating them on their own. Is that weird? So yeah, I'm going to put those in the blender with some orange juice and just have a bit of a green juice. I mean, look at that. A lot of you probably like that. It's disgusting, but I really like it. So I'm going to have that, and I'm going to have a persimmon, and then I've got some rice cooking, so I'll show you what I'm having for my dinner in a little bit. I might even have two. Oh yeah, that one's ripe as well. That one's riper than that one. Yeah, well, you want to get them, if you get these from Aldi, you want them so that they're quite soft. Like that's probably, I'm just too impatient. Yeah, that one will do it. Oh, hi, didn't see you there. Oh God, that's so awkward. So yeah, I'm just having my little snack now. And I felt like this would probably be a good time just to talk to you, let me just have a quick drink of this, about like work-life balance, I guess. Someone asked me about how, one of my patrons actually asking me about how to fit in like cycling, work, family, friends, like love life, like how do you try and fit that in? And because I think they were struggling with it a little bit. And to be quite honest, I am equally struggling with it, because have I got green on my mouth? I thought maybe I've got, it just like make your mouth all green. I guess, I know I've got that in my tooth, oh God. I guess for me, like at the minute, I'm so focused and dedicated to to this, to YouTube, to my social channels like Instagram and YouTube, and cycling, that takes up the majority of my time, because it's part of my job now. So I work, I don't know if I've ever really explained really, so I basically work part-time at the vegan charity. Oh my god, I work 3 days at the vegan charity, and then the rest of the time it is building content, working with brands, cycling, training. So yeah, and I guess you could say I am a bit of a workaholic, I guess. Like I think it's because I genuinely love doing this. Like I love creating content, I love creating ebooks, I love cycling, like I love all of it. But one thing that I'm slowly realising, I have to try and have other things in my life other than that. And for the last few years, that's all I focused on. Like if I'm going on holiday, I have to take my bike because I love it. But I'm slowly realising that probably I should have some time away from this, and I'm trying to incorporate maybe like a day a week where I don't do anything, because the thing with social media and the thing with like YouTube and Instagram, and I'm not complaining, but it is all the time. You don't ever turn it off. There's always comments, and I always want to reply to comments. I don't ever want to just like ignore you, because you are why I do it. You are important, and I don't want you to feel like you're just being ignored. So I'm always really like, I want to reply to your comments. I want to hear what you're talking about. I want to see your reaction to videos. I want to, I don't know, interact with you, because even though there is a camera, I still feel like we are chatting and you are like, I guess, my friends. But again, I sometimes need to learn how to turn that off. So I guess for you, if you are watching this and you're struggling with that work-life balance, I actually just think it's a constant thing. I don't ever think it's like you ever have it 100% right. I think you just have to, I don't know, it's going to be like that, isn't it, the whole time? Sometimes you're going to be working more, sometimes you're going to have time where you're not working as much. But for me at the minute, like I'm just putting everything I've got into this. I don't really have that much of a social life apart from cycling. So maybe that's something that I probably ought to try and build up. But I just love riding my bike and I love making videos, and yeah. So I'd fill you in on my life, I guess. So it's about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I'm just, sorry, that's quite close. Just checking that so it's about 4:30, 5 o'clock, I can't remember what time it is. And I've just made my tea, so, well, is it dinner or tea? I had breakfast. Oh, this is like my dinner, I guess. Kind of a bit like just, oh my god. So it's about 4:30, and I'm just having, I guess it's my dinner, and then I'll have tea later on. I don't know. I'll just eat when I'm hungry. So basically I've got, next to all my bike stuff. This is the best place to show you because of the window. Gets a bit of light on it. So I've got, basically it's a gluten-free wrap, and it's got rice, black beans, kale, corn, lettuce, jalapenos, some sriracha. So I've got 2 of those. So that's what I'm going to be having for my meal. So it's a few hours later. I ate the food and then I just basically watched YouTube for a bit. And now Rich has come over. We're going to go and see Jay. And we were going to go out for food. And then we were like, it got a bit later. And then we're like, oh, let's just make our own. So we went to Tesco and bought some treats. So let me show you what we've got. It's very exciting. So, as a little treat, we're going to make hot dogs with the Linda McCartney like vegan sausages. We've got the Goodfellas vegan pizza. They're vegan as well. We're going to make some rice because I've already made some dal. And then we're going to have, I think they're like kids lollies, but they look really nice. So that is what we are doing this evening. So let's get it all cooked.
Any space to put stuff?
Just leave it there.
Yeah, let's grab whatever we want.
Oh yeah, pizza. Ready for the hot dogs. Some dal, some rice, some naan bread, sausage rolls and sausages. What were they? Dumplings. What else is there? Is that everything? Yeah. So that is the end of the day. So basically we ate all the food. I've got a proper food baby. And we watched the Trans Am race. Obviously not the one that's on currently. Watched one from a few years back, which is such a good. I'll leave a link to the name of it. I can't think what it's called, but it was a really, really good watch. And then we just chatted, and yeah, that was it. Just a really nice night. I didn't want to like get the camera out, so sometimes feel like I just wanted to have like just a bit of time, like I was saying earlier, just to be able to socialise and just have fun and not worry about filming or doing stuff like that. So forgive me, I just wanted a little bit of a night. I say night off, but then it's not ideal when I'm doing like a day in the life, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I think that is it for this video. I am so sleepy. It is about 11 o'clock, which is way past my bedtime. So yeah, I will see you next video. Let me know if you've liked the like day in the life style video, and yeah, I will see you next video. Oh, thanks. Thanks, y'all.
Right, get your earplugs in.
I know I will. Bye. My chopper board. Yeah, it said earplugs because Park Life is going on at Heaton Park. And how many miles am I? Maybe 3 or 4 miles, and it's so noisy. So I'm going to get the earplugs in and go to sleep. So, good night.